Hello everybody, this is Tate. I am the Dungeon Master for the Forgotten God Mi-Celeth here on Out of Initiative. I recently uploaded Chapter 2, Episode 1 of Forgotten God Mi-Celeth, and I got thrown for a loop. So I wanted to do a little bit behind the scenes for what I had originally planned, and I figured I'd use the map to show you this. So I'm right here, I'm actually showing you guys right here. This was the map for the library. This is where they're supposed to fight Lord Allison. I intended for them to fight Lord Allison. And Lord Allison was going to originally be set right here. Lord Allison was going to be right here. And Lord Allison was going to be waiting here for the party. He's going to be surprised that they came. Now the first thing he was going to do when combat started was I was going to first have him cast Darkness. And then he was going to turn invisible. So this wouldn't have been a traditional boss fight. He only had an AC of 11. He didn't have a very high AC. What I had done for him was I'd originally have him cast Darkness, then have him cast Invisibility, so he'd be invisible. But I made it so the way that Invisibility, in Dungeons & Dragons, rules as written with Invisibility is that as soon as you cast another spell, Invisibility ends. And I was going to make this a little bit different. I was going to have him be able to be invisible and be able to cast spells. So the entire boss fight, the idea behind it was he'd be here, turn invisible, cast Darkness, and now there's a gigantic area about this big of just magical darkness that they can't see through. And then he's going to bugger off down here. Alright? At this point, I'm going to have him roll initiative. So everyone rolls initiative, and basically the boss fight is going to turn from how do we hit this guy, and we're just going to hit him as hard as we can, to we need to find this guy, because he didn't have many hit points either. He really didn't have very many hit points. So the idea was, they do different things to find him. I was like, well, rather than spending my action to attack, I'm going to see if I can use my action to do some kind of check to see, can I do a perception check to see if I can hear the floorboards creaking? And I'll go, yeah, and if they succeeded, I would give them a general idea of where he was. But yeah, you hear, in this area, you hear a floorboard creak. You're not sure which one it is. So then it turns into, well, maybe I randomly attack this one. And then I'll give them a little hint because he'll attack. I'll say, yeah, so you get attacked. You get a brief glimpse of him right here as a book hits you. Or something like that. I never actually got to practice it, so we never would have seen what would have actually happened. But that was the deep end of the boss fight. So then he would cast a spell and then use his movement to bugger off. And then they would do checks trying to find him. And they could do other things, like they could potentially knock down these bookshelves and move these chairs and tables and crap so that they could try to lure him into one way or another. So yeah, there's only one way he can move if he wants to get to us. And the guy was just going to be picking off spells at him. Like, he didn't have a ton of health. He didn't have a ton of AC, so he'd been really, really, really easy to kill when they could find him. Anyway, that was the encounter as it was supposed to go with Lord Allison. If you guys enjoyed this, we do a live play every 15th of the month, and we also have a new video like this where we talk about different ideas and different encounters, different stuff. London and I generally do it. But we have a new video just like this every single Friday. So, hey, please like and subscribe, and if you want to see more, of these types of encounters, please tell me what you think I could have done to make this a more interesting fight, or if you've done anything else similar to this. Thank you. This has been Out of Initiative.